What's happening in tech and medicine? We've got Adobe's latest financial moves, a breakthrough in cancer treatment with rezatapopt, a major step for nadofaragene firadenovec in Japan, and a quick market update. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. First up, Adobe is making waves in the financial world with their latest earnings report, and we're diving deep into whether investors are seeing the full picture. Then, we're shifting gears to groundbreaking medical research, as rezatapopt shows incredible promise in fighting solid tumors. After that, a significant advancement for nadofaragene firadenovec is making headlines in Japan, potentially changing the game for bladder cancer treatment. And finally, a swift look at the markets to keep you informed. Hit that subscribe and bell icon. First up, Adobe is making waves in the financial world with their latest earnings report, and we're diving deep into whether investors are seeing the full picture. Then, we're shifting gears to groundbreaking medical research, as rezatapopt shows incredible promise in fighting solid tumors. After that, a significant advancement for nadofaragene firadenovec is making headlines in Japan, potentially changing the game for bladder cancer treatment. And finally, a swift look at the markets to keep you informed. Hit that subscribe and bell icon. First up, Adobe is making waves in the financial world with their latest earnings report, and we're diving deep into whether investors are seeing the full picture. Then, we're shifting gears to groundbreaking medical research, as rezatapopt shows incredible promise in fighting solid tumors. After that, a significant advancement for nadofaragene firadenovec is making headlines in Japan, potentially changing the game for bladder cancer treatment. And finally, a swift look at the markets to keep you informed. Hit that subscribe and bell icon. Investors shrug at Adobe's latest beat and raise. Adobe, the creative software giant, has once again delivered a strong financial quarter, beating both earnings per share and revenue estimates. They've achieved double-digit growth and even raised their annual guidance, a performance that many analysts had anticipated. However, the market's reaction has been surprisingly muted. Despite an initial post-earnings surge, Adobe's stock saw its gains evaporate as investors scrutinized the results. While the company highlighted advancements in AI with products like Firefly and the Acrobat AI Assistant, a slight sequential slowdown in recurring revenue from digital subscriptions seems to be overshadowing these innovations. This has led some to believe that competition from emerging AI tools and platforms like Canva and Figma is beginning to temper Adobe's growth trajectory. Despite these concerns, Adobe's financial health remains robust. The company is expanding its operating margins and generating substantial free cash flow, trading at a price-to-free cash flow ratio that many consider undervalued compared to its software peers. Wall Street analysts remain largely optimistic, with a consensus buy rating and a significant upside potential indicated by average price targets. The key question for investors is whether Adobe's consistent execution and strong cash flow generation will ultimately be rewarded, even if it doesn't match the hypergrowth seen in some AI-driven sectors. But will Adobe's steady growth be enough to win back investor confidence? Next, we're heading into the clinic for a look at a promising new cancer therapy. Rezatapopt elicits responses in several solid tumors, harboring a TP53Y220C mutation. New data from the Phase 2 PYNNACLE study reveal promising activity for rezatapopt in patients with solid tumors carrying a specific TP53Y220C mutation. This groundbreaking therapy is showing potential across a range of cancers, including ovarian, lung, and breast cancer. The interim results are compelling, showcasing an investigator-assessed objective response rate of 33% by RECIST v11 criteria. This includes both confirmed and unconfirmed responses, with a median time to response of just 1.4 months. For ovarian cancer patients, the response rate climbed to an impressive 43%, with a median duration of response of 7.6 months. While other cohorts, like breast and lung cancer, showed lower response rates, the overall data indicates a significant step forward in targeting this historically difficult-to-treat mutation. Safety-wise, most treatment-related adverse events were mild, primarily nausea and fatigue, with only a small percentage of patients experiencing grade 3 events that resolved. Deepika Jalota, Chief Development Officer at PMV Pharma, expressed optimism, stating that rezatapopt has the potential to harness the power of p53 to address cancers with high unmet needs. The company is also advancing plans for an NDA submission for platinum-resistant ovarian cancer, aiming for the first quarter of 2027. Could this be the breakthrough targeting the p53 mutation that so many have been waiting for? Next, we're traveling to Japan for an exciting development in bladder cancer treatment. Nadofaragene firadenovec NDA, accepted for review in Japan for BCG-unresponsive NMIBC. In a significant stride for bladder cancer treatment, Japan's Pharmaceuticals and Medical Devices Agency has accepted a new drug application for nadofaragene firadenovec. This moves the therapy closer to approval for patients battling BCG-unresponsive non-muscle invasive bladder cancer, NMIBC. The application is backed by Phase 3 data from a Japanese trial, where nadofaragene firadenovec demonstrated a remarkable 75% complete response rate at 3 months in patients with high-risk BCG-unresponsive NMIBC. This bladder-sparing gene therapy, administered quarterly, transforms patients' own bladder cells into interferon-producing factories to fight cancer. Crucially, the treatment-related adverse effects were tolerable, with no grade 3 to 5 events reported, offering a promising, non-chemotherapy option for those who have exhausted other treatments. Professor Keiji Inao highlighted the therapy's potential as a first choice after BCG failure, offering hope with its convenient dosing and high response rates. These findings align with U.S. real-world data, where nadofaragene firadenovec also showed high response rates and a significant majority of patients avoiding cystectomy. This acceptance for review in Japan marks a pivotal moment, potentially expanding access to this innovative treatment. Will this Japanese review pave the way for global adoption of this gene therapy? And finally, a quick check on the markets to wrap things up. Stocks 15-20-minute delay, SIBO BZX is real-time, ET. Volume reflects consolidated markets. Futures and Forex 10 or 15-minute delay, CT, market data powered by bar chart solutions. Fundamental data provided by Zacks and Morningstar. Copyright 2025 Microsoft Sphere, Inc., all rights reserved. And that's a wrap. We saw Adobe facing investor skepticism despite a strong earnings report, rezatapopt showing incredible promise in fighting TP53Y220C mutated tumors, nadofaragene firadenovec making a major leap forward in Japan for bladder cancer, and a quick market update. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Microsoft Sphere for more cutting-edge updates, hit that notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. You can also follow us on all social media platforms for even more insights.